Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 2015 with me, Kevin Sawyer, and you join me here on Volksholm with a very heavy heart. I'm gonna do a bit of an exploration for you guys. Unfortunately, due to the fact I don't know what it is, but every time I try and save the game now, it corrupts the save game. I don't know what it is that's corrupting it. I have no idea. Because it is doing that, the longevity of this playthrough is no longer apparent. So unfortunately, because of that, I've decided to call it an end of the day to Volksholm. So it's sort of with a big heavy heart, I'm going to say goodbye to Volksholm. I don't know what it is. I think it might be just a case, maybe a mod too far, so to speak. But you know, don't let it dissuade you guys from playing this mod map yourselves. What I would say to you guys is, be very careful what mods you do put on here, because if you run across a mod that might conflict with the rest of it, it's gonna cause issues like this. So you know, getting a big sorry to everybody that it's come to this, and it seems like we've been doing this a lot with Volksholm. It might be, you know, one of the part of the course for Volksholm. It's either up when it last updated, we kept on updating it, and then having to start afresh. That's the bad news out of the way. I've got some new mod maps in mind. I'm not going to say which ones they are right now. What I'm going to say is I've got some new toys to play with in those mod maps as well. Hopefully I'm going to do some off-screen testing, see which ones run best with what, and see which one I get along with the most best. It's a shame because I do love Volksholm. I love it so much because it's so handy. Is going to find it hard to find a map that's going to be able to sort of like equal this or better this map. The reason being is of all these, for a start, all these little bunkers here. I'm going to have a look round, see what I can do, and see what I can come across. That so I've got one or two in mind at the moment. But anyway, being as that may, I'm going to start selling stuff off. I'm going to have a big sell off of everything. I've already, as you can see, I've started making a change. I've already started selling some of my placeable mods off. So we're about roughly 1.3 million already. But I'm gonna get a course play set up. Which is a shame because literally the last couple of days I've had the leading principal of Volksholm University come up to me. Excuse me, let's move that out of the way. Came up to me and said to me, you know, can we get some lads to do some YTS training with you guys? You know, just doing some landscape gardening, some general farming, etc., etc. And I said to him, yeah, that's fine. You know, if they're willing to do the work, they're willing to, you know, I'm willing to teach them. But unfortunately, I phoned him up today and said to him, look, sorry, we're moving away from Volksholm now. But anyway, hope you guys are all well, and you're all probably shouting at me, yeah, fine, Kev. Bit sad that you're leaving Volksholm. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Like I say, this happened. Things like this happen, and it's happened once or twice, and I can only apologise about it. But it's the nature of beast of Volksholm, or the nature of beast of Farming Simulator in general. There's a lesson somewhere learnt here. You know, mods can be a bit of a killer to games, so guys, bear that in mind. But don't let it put you off downloading mods. Please do try them. It's just, I think a lot of it's down to what 2.4's got in it. It's got quite a lot going on in 2.4, probably a bit too much, and that's probably why it's causing all these issues. But anyway, I'm going to start a course recording, and I'm going to start selling off all my wares, so to speak. But other than being a bit disappointed about this not working out the way I wanted it to, I had big plans for this map. You know, I was going to try and take it as long as I could before it started getting a bit samey. I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? Yeah. Start again. Stop. Delete that. On the plus side, it was getting a bit repetitive being on here. The same scenery over and over again was, you know, for me it was getting a bit samey. So, you know, in a good sense, it'd be good to start off fresh from a new map. And it'd probably be good for you guys as well. We've both been doing this together, I should say. You've been watching my episodes all the way through, and I've been recording them for you guys. You've been sort of like supporting my zany lead-foot antics and everything else. So it's a good thing that we're sort of like, it's good and bad both in some aspects. It's good that we're moving on, different scenery, etc, etc, etc. It's bad we're going to have to start all over again. But like Moose was saying the other night when I was watching one of his live streams, really it doesn't matter what you're playing, whatever you're playing, Farming Simulator 2015 or the up and coming 2017, which, by the way, guys, I will be pre-ordering as soon as it becomes available. I don't know if it is available as yet. I haven't looked on Steam Workshop for it, but that's a different story altogether. Now, this is probably not the best. What I'm going to do is sell the standard crop types to this one, because it doubles them up. And I'll get my truck and trailer to sell off the other unstandard stuff to another outlet. I'll try and get it done all together. I will cut down the trees and then I'll sell off all the logs at the same time. Even though some of them probably ain't fully grown as yet. It's good, more extra money for us, and then at the end of it I'll make a note of what we have monetary wise, and I'll try and put it into the external account mod that I've got, transfer it all over excuse me, and we'll start off fresh on a new map with a lot of money, admittedly. Yes, which is not going to be as challenging as if you're starting a fresh map that's on standard difficulty, but with the standard amounts of money. But hey, it accelerates it, and the plans for the new map is depending on what crop types there are. I'm not going to go start off with the standard crop types. I'm going to start off with newer stuff that I've never done before, so depending what the map's got crop type wise, is dependent on what I start off with, really. Alright, pull this. Oh, oops. Need to pause that and come back a bit. Crash straight into the well, as you do, or as I do anyway. It's not a big issue. So if I pull this guy right up to here and stop him. Drive course. Oh, yeah, wait. Drive course. And that should get him off and away. Cool beans. He's off and away. Right, let's go and grab the truck. I think I've left that over here somewhere. And I'll sell off all the silage as well. What I'll do is I'll just start off a recording, record up to about 15 minutes worth. Oops, I needed to detach that. You probably won't see me sell everything. I'll actually, what I'll do is I'll continue until we've got around about 20-25 minutes worth of footage, and then once that's gone I'll pause the recording and then come back towards the end with the total amount so you guys can see, and I'll show you what happens on the corruption side of everything as well. What am I looking for? A trailer, that's right. Right, I need to reverse back in here, don't I? I'll sell off all these bales and everything as well, so as for the bale mods, that does work. I will put the link for that in the description. If it might not be the one I'm currently using, because I can't actually remember where I downloaded it from. Numpty me, eh? But I'll try and find it and put the description in the, or put the link in the description for you guys, so you can download it for yourself. But it does actually work. Over a few days you find the bale slowly just shrinks in size, and it's nothing to do with humidity. The humidity values are the same. It's the cows obviously eating it. Right, so let's quickly first of all what's the best price for? It's only gonna be the only ones I've got that are actually is gonna be oats or rye, isn't it? One of the two. Got a little bit of sunflower, but not a great deal. No, none at all. No. I see that someone takes pig forage. BJ Huff takes pig forage, so that might be profitable selling that as well. It's oats we've got. So what? Who buys oats the most highest amount? So freight yard is 590, but it can be doubled. So that's going to be about roughly 1,000 odd per ton. 560. 602 for the shipping office. 584. Be honest, I think I might just let that tractor do all its work, do all the work, and to sell it all off. I know it doesn't necessarily double it all up, but might as well. What I'll do is I'll quickly, if I get both of them involved, I save that as sell all. Oops, too many L's. Save. And then skip back to the truck. Remember it is. And I'll get them both on it. There we go. See, that's another thing. My cosplay seems to have disappeared as well. It kind of reappears and disappears at the same token. So, mind you, it might be down to what I did trying to fix it, trying to get it to work. Where are you going, Mr. Truck? And he's miles away. That's probably why. That should speed the little process up a little bit, having two of them on it. Right, okay, so next thing is, let's get this chaff all out the way. Because I've dedicated both the big trailers to Shelley. I'll sell off all the manure and stuff as well, liquid manure, that should give us some extra money. Right, okay. What was this? Right, we was gonna get silage and sell that on. That's over here, isn't it? I don't know yet. BJ's another, not BJ's, so that mixed feeder is another issue. I think that's had down to a lot of complication. It's all been, I don't know. It's one of the many things that's going on in this map's causing it. Either as a mod I've introduced, I've took out all the most recent mods I've been playing with, and it's still making no odds or difference. So. As handy as that mixed feeder thing is, realistically, it's a bit of a muchness really, because if you just filled it up and just kept an eye on it, then you wouldn't need to worry about it too much. And the palette thing is nice again, but I think that might be down to, because I know when we were trying to do the multiplayer sessions, I just think every time we tried sort of like save and coming out the game, we'd come back into the game and it says it wasn't loading, down to the fact that there's just too many fruit types. And I think a lot of it's down to that on this map. It's just too much going on. Those palettes will work as long as you've got nothing else involved with the map. As soon as you start integrating sort of like other things like certain tractors and with hardpoint extension and other fruit types and stuff like that, I think a lot of that is going to cause issues like it has, unfortunately. But hey, what can you do? These modders are putting out mods for free. A lot of them are doing paid ones now, admittedly, but still a lot of free mods about. So you can't really complain too much. If you'd paid for those mods, then yeah, you might want some more cross compatibility, i.e. warnings on the mod descriptions, etc., saying this is not compatible with this mod or this mod or this mod. Again, you're downloading mods, and giants like SCS don't advise you to do that, because you could end up wrecking your game. But at the end of the day, you need the mods to make it a bit more let's just speed up time a little bit to break that down a bit quicker. Could drive down to the other BGA and sell it off, I guess. Does mean a lot of driving around though. While that's unloading, I'm going to start selling off these combines actually. We don't need them anymore. If I can, let's get this out of the way. See if I can skip over to it. There we go. Grab the header for this. Come on, that's it. Where's the other head for this? There. But like I say, don't let it put you off of trying this map if you haven't already done so. I expect most of you have had to go on this map already, made your decisions on whether you want to play on it or not. But for those people that haven't yet, still wondering what this map's all around about, yeah, and if it's any good. It is a brilliant map, don't get me wrong. The details are good. I just think the latest versions are not as stable as the originals, and you know, maybe we will be coming back here on a later. Hello. Oh, don't know what happened there. It's sort of stopping me from. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's slipping. Stop, driver. Why are you doing that, numpty? I might reduce his speed down a bit, even though we didn't come hurtling down here. I might reduce his speed down a little bit. Just down to 25 miles an hour. There we go. I should keep him happy for a little while. I'll go and grab the other combine. This all seems so familiar. If you're a long-term viewer, you remember this from another Volksholm when we upgraded Volksholm from, I can't even remember, it was like 2.1 to whatever. It wouldn't let me, now I could know how to get around that initially. You don't have to do that again for future updates on maps. This time it's terminal for Volks, unfortunately. I don't think it's fixable. And I don't really want to start the map all over again. And I don't, you know, or don't want to have to put you guys all through having to start the map all over again. So that's the reason why I've decided to call it a day on Volks. Oh dear, they've crashed into each other, I bet. Yeah, they have. Go on. But I'll leave it at that for now, guys. I won't leave it at that. I'll pause the video here, just so you know, it doesn't have you guys getting bored of the same old, and I'll come back to you with the end result. Hello, guys. What seems like a blink of an eye to you guys. It's been a little while for me. I've been working off screen and sort of like getting this all sold off, and it did crash on me because I couldn't save at the time. I actually had to start selling everything off again. So there you go. It's this map is certainly a. Let's change the cut length. Let's change it to 8 meters. There we go. Certainly kicking up its heels about being gotten rid of, so to speak. But it's just proving to me now it's probably the best measure to move on. It's just being a nightmare to do so. Also discovered that the freight yard doesn't take wheat, so I had to sort of redirect it to the grain elevator, But now I'm just cutting up some wood now. I'm just getting this all done. And then I'll sell these all at the timber factory rather than chopping them all up. And I'll sell this sawn timber that I've already got from the sawn timber factory. Maybe the pallets as well. Depends on what takes them. But I'll pause it again here, and we'll reach once I've reached the end total and everything's gone, and all I've got left is the tractors to sell. I'll restart. But I'll see you there. See you in a bit. Hi guys, yeah, still going on. Just to let you know. Let's send off this train anyway, and I'll skip over to the Kenworth. I haven't even really made a dent in what we've got yet. We're at the 6 million mark, as you see. We're just under 7 million really. So I'm gonna sell off one lot first. The I forgot what I was going to say. I have forgotten what I was going to say. It's been a long going process. What seems like a blink of an eye for you. It's been about like 2 hours of work for me. So what I might do is just I'll go on for a little bit longer and see how we get to. There's a lot more than I figured for. I've started selling the potatoes off now. There's not many of them. There goes the other train. Cool. There's another big wage increase, or amount increase. We're slowly getting through it. What I might do is I might just leave the trees that I've got there, and I might just estimate. Like I said, I'm getting knackered at doing this now. It's been I've spent about the best part of 2 hours on this, and because I can't save, and this has been rather glitchy as well. Just doesn't help. I might just estimate what we've got here. If it's only a small dent in what we've got, I'd say we've probably got about 20 million worth of stock and equipment, etc, etc. But I'll give it another like 15 minutes and then I'll call it a day on selling any more goods on this, and just round it up to around about there, depending on how much we've got. But anyway, I'll hopefully get this done before the end of the I'll hopefully empty it out and get it all emptied for you. I've sold pretty much everything else off. All the placeables are gone. Oh, where's he going? No, come on. That's driving himself on. There we go. No, he's gonna... No, come on, Courseplay, don't do this to me. There we go. Send him on his way. But again, I'll give it another 15 minutes and see how we get on. He's off still doing that. I've got to around about 2 lots of tree loads in. Again, it's getting a bit repetitive having to cut trees down, but I'll cut 1 more, maybe 2 more rows of these trees and then see how it goes from there. But I'll see you in a bit, so hang on tight. Hello again, guys. Right, okay. I've gave it a little bit longer. I've still got stuff in here to sell, but I'm just getting tired of trying to sell stuff. If I could save it and come out and come back in, so I'm just gonna call it quits at this and sell off all the tractors. I've sold off all the other equipment. Just sell off all the tractors now. And it's a big weary goodbye to a Volksholm and all the memories that we had of it together. But hopefully a fresh start on a new map. Like I say, excuse me, I'm not mentioning what map I'm going to be on. Instead I'm going to test a few out, see how I take them. But I hope you guys will enjoy the future map. And again, apologise you all for doing this to you again, guys. It's beyond my control, as I will show you, unless the computer then decides to save it and it make a right idiot out of me. Right, let's turn off following for him. That's probably where it's going to crash anyway. So we've got roughly about 8.5 million, roughly. Sell. That's the end of that. For some bizarre reason it won't let me go sell that. Some bizarre reason. Maybe because my trigger's not on. There we go. Sell, yeah. Sell, yeah. No, this is what it did to me last time. It glitched out through a spazzy attack. Okay, I'm going to have to leave it there, guys. I will show you that it doesn't want to save, but it's a spaz attack. I wonder it's because I might have left that going, perhaps, but I don't think it would have been a major factor to it. It did this exact same thing, and I didn't have follow me mod on. It won't let me move. As you can hear, I'm mashing the keys, but it's not letting me move, and it's doing something weird to the money. It's depleting it really quickly. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like, and if you know anyone else that may enjoy the episode, as sad as it was, please don't forget to share. And if you're new to my channel and see future episodes of Farming Simulator, whatever map we were going to be ending up on, or anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. TTFN. Sorry guys, just to show you what happens if you have a corrupt game save. Those people don't know what it looks like. This is again back at Volksholm before I did all the work that you've just seen. Let me just show you what happens if it doesn't save correctly. So we'll go to save game, and then say, do you want to override progress? Yes. And okay, if you've got a slow hard drive, then you might take a little while for it to save. But I've got a SSD, so it doesn't normally take this long to save. It's normally done by now. So if you get into this situation, you've never had this situation before, unfortunately there's not a great deal you can do. As you can see, you can't click off it. It's more or less done for, and I'll show you what happens in the log file. You not be able to read this, but because the text is clear behind. But it says this game has been corrupted. The course play file text has been backed up to the backed up save game documents. Now, if that does happen, there is, if you go into your FS folder, you'll find that there's save games. If you look at your save games, there should be towards the bottom of the save games options, there should be backup save games. Go into them, and you should have some save games backed up in there. Save game 1, save game 2, etc, etc. If it does corrupt you and you have to come out, and you find that when you load your game back up again, you can't get back into your save game, go into those save games, copy the file, go into the file, either copy the whole entire file that's in there by just dragging and selecting everything that's in the file and copying it, and then going over to your save game, whatever slot you're in, and then just pasting into that, and it'll say, would you want to replace files? Yes, do that. It'd be whatever last save game it was. So if you say you played an hour beforehand and then you came out the game, had a rest, went back into it, played the game again, it corrupted, it'd be whatever last save game you had. You should see it there on the date markers what the last save game refers to. That may bring your game back, so that's one way of bringing your game back. But if you're do like what I've done, is you bring your game back, and every time you go to resave and it keeps on corrupting, there's something amiss. Either there's a problem with the mod file itself, one of the mods is causing the game to corrupt, or that save game to corrupt, or it's having a conflict with your map which is causing your save game to corrupt, or there's just a problem somewhere, one of the mods is clashing with one of the other mods. It's difficult to ascertain what is going on. I'd say straight from the get-go, take out the most recent mods and then try reloading your map. If it still doesn't work, obviously you might need to look at taking out some more mods, and even trying to take out all your mods and see if the game still corrupts. If the game still corrupts, is obviously, or the save game still corrupts, is a problem with its map itself. So or there's something sneaked in with the mods. I know some of the mods tend to, like auto combine or the compost mod, or course play or a lot of these big script mobs, the ones that use some sort of scripts to it, leave some sort of Excel file inside, which then in itself causes the corruption in itself. And that's why, you know, some mods can be bad, you know, if it causes some sort of corruption with that, which then entails corruption with the mod's save file itself. You get issues along those lines. But anyway, I thought I'd show you guys just to show you what's happening. 1A, just in case you didn't believe me the fact that I actually have got a corrupt save. You might have just thinking I'm blagging it just so then go and move on to another farm. No, as you can see, it's not the case. It shouldn't take this long to save a game. 2, I figured out it might be helpful to people that have come across this problem before and, you know, don't know what to do next. Unfortunately, there is not much else you can do. I won't do it here, obviously, because I'm recording. But the one option, if you don't have the if you don't know how to sort of like hack the game, so to speak, the only way you're going to be able to do it, you're using Windows. And sorry if you're using Mac, I can't help you. I wouldn't know. But if anyone is using Mac and knows how to escape out of a game when it comes into this sort of problem, please leave your comments down below. But for Windows users, if you press your Windows key, it should bring you out of it. If not, you might have to Control or Delete, and then it'll bring up the task. Should bring up your taskbar, and then you should be able to close down Windows. Close down Farming Simulator that way. Don't reset your PC. Worst case scenario, it may corrupt your registry in some aspect. You might be alright, but it might also cause bad sectors in your drive, your actual hard drive, not game drive, but hard drive itself. So, you know, only reset your PC at last resort. Don't sort of like try and switch it off. Try and reset it if you can. If you've got a reset button, that's one way out. If that doesn't work, then there's something more amiss that's going on inside the system. So the last case scenario would be having to switch your PC off, but again, it's last case scenario. But anyway, I'm sorry I've dragged on, and I'm sorry about this episode, but I thought I figured out I'd try and cover everything where I can, and hopefully, again, like I say, said before, I hope to see you in the next video wherever we may be, and I hope you guys take care. TTFN.